Hi guys, it's Vlada here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about two great drinks, matcha and coffee. We're going to compare these drinks and see which one is more beneficial for you and your health. So, historically, in North America, people have been drinking coffee for generations because it's cheaper, it's easier to find on every corner. In your office, it might be even free. So, some people prefer a texture of coffee, and some people really have a coffee addiction because they cannot stop drinking coffee on Saturday, for example, or Sunday after drinking coffee the entire work week. So, let's talk about that, because if you have a coffee addiction, this video is definitely helpful, and it's going to show you how you can overcome this coffee addiction, because I did it myself. I was a coffee addict for a long time, and then when I switched to drinking matcha green tea, my coffee addiction disappeared, and many addictions basically to drinks disappeared, because I can stop drinking matcha right now and I will still have lots of energy and I can feel good. So let's compare matcha and coffee and see which one is more beneficial for your health. So at first, let's talk about caffeine digestion. Our body processes caffeine in matcha differently than caffeine in coffee. Due to an amino acid which is called L-theanine. Yes, this is a technical term, but this amino acid helps us to be in the state of calm relaxation and alertness, and it helps us to be more focused and concentrated on things that matter to us. Usually coffee produces stress and anxiety, and for our body it's really hard to process caffeine in coffee. So that's why matcha in this case is a much safer and better choice for your health. Then there is a second benefit of matcha. Matcha actually has more vitamins and antioxidants than coffee. Matcha is one of the best sources of antioxidants in the world. Antioxidants help us to stay younger, they help us to fight chronic diseases, including cancer. They prevent a lot of colds and flus that you might experience during colder months or during those seasonal times when everyone gets sick, for example. At the same time, in matcha you can find some vitamins which you won't find in coffee, for example vitamin A and C. The next benefit of matcha is there is no caffeine addiction. So with coffee, many of you may have noticed that on a certain day it's really hard to stop drinking coffee if you've been drinking coffee for about a week, and sometimes you may even feel a headache after withdrawal, or you may experience lack of energy. With matcha, nothing like that happens. So try to drink matcha for about a week and see how you feel. For example, with me, last year I noticed a big change. When I stopped drinking coffee regularly and I switched to matcha, I noticed that, for example, if I drink matcha for a week and then I stop on Saturday and I don't have my cup of matcha, I still feel a lot of energy and I still feel like my energy level is pretty stable. It was not the same with coffee. With coffee, if I had a withdrawal from coffee for one day, for example, I had a headache or I needed a second cup during the work week to keep me going. So you know what I'm saying. It's really hard to withdraw from coffee, especially if you drink it every single day, or if you drink like 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. Of course, you have to drink matcha regularly to notice some difference and to notice some positive results if you're a real coffee addict, but give it a try. I promise you will see how much better you will feel. Next thing is matcha gives you more stable energy than coffee. Well, the most hated thing about drinking coffee for me is actually when I experience lack of energy an hour or two after drinking a cup of coffee. Because this is how coffee works. Usually we have a spike of energy and then a sudden crash, and then we might need a second cup of coffee or even a third cup of coffee to keep going, to keep producing great results. But with matcha, things are a bit different. So usually L-theanine in matcha, this amino acid in matcha, it gives us stable energy energy for up to 6 hours. And this is an entire productive day where you can do so many things and you don't need to drink like a second or a third cup of matcha unless you want to do this. There is also another great benefit of drinking matcha for those who are trying to lose weight. So you can achieve your weight goals much faster if you're drinking matcha. Why it happens? So I'll try to explain it. Coffee might cause an extra stress to your adrenal glands. If you're stressed, your body will try to store fat instead of like losing it, because we need that fat to protect us in case of danger. So in case when you're drinking matcha, your body doesn't store fat. In fact, you're going to increase your thermogenesis, this is your ability to burn calories, for up to 40% if you're drinking green tea. So this will help you lose your weight faster and achieve your weight goals faster. At the same time, matcha contains chlorophyll, and chlorophyll helps you get rid of toxins and heavy metals that are in your body much faster. So if you are trying to detox, especially after holidays, give a try to matcha green tea, because it will help you stay healthier and it will help you achieve your weight goals much faster. And the last thing is, with matcha you don't get that sour coffee breath that might ruin your important meeting or a date. I know this is not important for some people, but for others it might be really important, especially during a job interview or an important conference, and when you're sitting across a partner, for example, or a business, or at a business meeting, and when you smell this sour coffee breath, this is really unpleasant. So with matcha you don't get that. So here you go. These are all matcha benefits, and we compared them to coffee, and I know that matcha can do much more for you than coffee, and I hope you will give matcha green tea a try if you've never tried it before. So this is it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, please share it, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!